Hey, this is Matt Boggs. Today, we are going to focus on how to be more confident with men. And this question was actually posed by one of the viewers recently, and she asks, how do you overcome shyness around the opposite sex? In my instance, men. I've never had a positive male role model in my life, so now, whenever I'm near or conversing with one, especially one I find attractive, I freeze up or avoid them altogether. That's a great question, isn't it? Because we've all been there, where we're approaching someone or talking with someone that we find super attractive, and nerves get the best of us, and we lock up and we get awkward, and we're kind of like, oh, wow, that was really neat, and this is really fun. And we walk away and we're like, dang it, man, I was like totally nerdy, or I was totally like not myself in that interaction. And why does that happen? So what gives rise? How do we overcome the shyness? How do we overcome the fear in those moments? Well, you can overcome fear with confidence. So what gives rise to confidence? Today I'm going to share with you 3 contributors that can help you generate more confidence in your life. And what's great about this is it isn't just isolated to relationships. You can use what I'm about to teach you for any area that you want to have more confidence in your life, whether it's with your family, or whether it's with a career, or whether it's with a dream that you want to go after, or whether it's with a relationship dream that you have. So the first major contributor to confidence is competence. And it makes sense, doesn't it? When you're competent at something, you naturally feel more confident. If you're a competent singer, if you're an amazing singer, and someone asks you to sing, you're not going to feel nervous. You're not going to feel uneasy about that. You're going to say, yeah, I'm going to let you have it. Here you go. Boom. Let me give you another example. Think about when you first got your driver's license. Do you remember what it felt like? I was so excited when I first got my driver's license. I prepped, I planned. I got my license on the day I turned 16. It was a November cold day in Oregon. And here's what it was like. Here, come with me for a second. All right, I want to show you something here. Now, when I first got my driver's license, it was so stressful because I was constantly on the lookout for, what are they going to do, and where's that car going, and people coming from this side and that side, and it was so stressful. When I first got my driver's license, I can remember getting to high school, first period, sitting in English class, and my teacher was talking about how the previous weekend she was all stressed out and how she went for a ride to go relax. And I was sitting there in my desk thinking, oh my God, how could you go for a drive to relax? I am so stressed out by driving. Like, there's no way. My brain couldn't even fathom how you could relax while driving. Well, she had way more competence than I had at that point. She had been driving for years. She was so competent that she could drive without even really thinking about it, right? You've probably gotten to that point too, where you can drive and maybe you're driving home and you don't even remember the last few miles of driving home. You're thinking about this because your subconscious mind is programmed on how to drive. And that's where my teacher had gotten in her life. So when you think about dating and you think about interacting with men, your degree of competence is directly related to how much you can relax in this scenario. And so to increase your competence, I actually have a gift that I want to give you, because when you interact with men, the next thing that's going to happen is you're going to start texting with them. They're going to want to get your phone number. They're going to want to text you. And so I've actually created a texting guide that I'm going to link up in this video that's going to show you what to do. Just like you have a guide or a manual for how to drive, this texting guide is going to show you some great text it's when, where, and how to text guys to ignite their interest. So you can download it at the end of this video or in the description below. So what is it that drives our competence? Well, it's the willingness to actually get in the driver's seat and drive. It's the willingness to have experience. Because when I started driving, I had spent 16 years in the passenger seat. It wasn't like when I started driving, it was the first time I ever got in a car. No, I had spent 16 years watching. I'm the youngest of 4. I watched all my older siblings get their licenses. I watched them check mirrors and brake and shift. And for 16 years, I was sitting in the car watching them drive, but it didn't give me competence. Why? Because I was constantly in the passenger seat. I wasn't actually doing it. See, if you want to have confidence with men, if you want to have confidence in your relationships, it's not going to serve you to be in the passenger seat watching other people in their lives. That's not going to give you the skill sets that you need. You've got to get in the driver's side of your own life. You've got to get in the driver's seat of your relationships. So you've got to have reps in the driver's seat in order to increase your competence, right? But what is it that gives you the ability and the wanting to do that? Because you got to get outside of the passenger seat, into the driver's seat to actually increase your competence, into the driver's seat of your love life, into the driver's seat of whatever area of your life is going to give you the experience that you want. What causes you to do that? Because it's scary. It's what if I, the fear is always, what if I look dumb? What if I fail? What if I, lose love from or interest from the person that I want their attention from? What causes you the willingness to get into the driver's seat is courage. You got to have courage, right? And you're not going to get in the driver's seat by yourself. You want actually mentorship from someone who knows how to do the thing itself. But courage is going to give you the ability to get in the driver's seat. Now, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And so what gives you the courage to get in the driver's seat? It's clarity. Clarity on your why. Why does this matter to you? Why is it important to you? And when that why is big enough, when the desire for the thing you say you want is bigger than the fear, then it's going to cause you to take action, to get in the driver's seat, and to increase your courage, increase your competence, which is going to increase your confidence overall. So here, I want to show you something here, and it's going to bring this point home. So we've got to ask ourselves, what is it that will give us that courage to take the action requisite for the competence that we need? Well, it's clarity. This is the third C, clarity on your why. Why is it that you want what you want? And for me, the ocean represents this. It's a big vision. It's an ocean of possibilities. Here we are in Huntington Beach, which is why I wanted to bring you here. What vision do you have for your life that's compelling? What vision do you have for your life that's motivating, right? When you get clear on that why, and that why actually becomes bigger than the fear. That why actually becomes bigger than the embarrassment that you might suffer, or what if it, with the pain that you might experience if it doesn't go well or if it doesn't work out right. No, you're willing to get into the driver's seat. You're willing to risk in service of this big vision that you have for your life. Because when you're connected to that why, it's going to rise up in you the courage to overcome the fear. You're going to give yourself the opportunity to get the reps, to build the competence. And when you have that competence, it's going to give rise to the natural confidence that already lives inside of you. So I hope this serves you. I hope this inspires you to take risks, to take action, get clear on your why, and drive up your confidence. Because when you do, it opens up a whole ocean of possibilities for your life. And I would love to hear from you. When you feel naturally confident in your life, what are the factors that give rise to that confidence? Go ahead and post a comment below. I love checking out your thoughts, your strategies on how you live your best life. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, we are dedicated to bringing positive energy and love to your life. Click subscribe, and that way you'll be the first to get the latest and greatest videos coming out each and every week. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.